Fight number 10 this evening, and it is brought to you by Stonegate Legal. Introducing first, out of the red corner, Paula the Storm Sanchez.
I'm excited to see this prospect out of Bunchu Gym.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. It's good to have them on the card. The transition into MMA. And of course, coming with the striking background with Angie and Wayne Parr, and then Daniel Almeida as well now doing their jiu-jitsu.
Well, I don't know if my heart can handle much more excitement after that Brandon Walsh and Noah Cooney fight, but we digress and we move on. Like you mentioned, out of the famed Bunchu Academy, great to have the 10-time world champ, John Wayne Parr, in the room this evening.
Right. What a treat.
Interesting little side note about Paula. She's actually from Spain and was planning to go back home. Then the coronavirus pandemic hit, and since then she's quote-unquote been forced to stay in Australia and is actually living with the Waynes at the moment.
Yes.
So pretty cool story there, and great to see, like I said, John Wayne Parr here cornering his roomie here this evening. So very excited to see what's in store from Paula.
Yes.
Can be pretty sure she'll come well prepared.
Yeah, that's right. How could you not with that kind of talent in your corner?
Making the debut tonight, but a fair bit of experience in the other realms. 5-1 in the Muay Thai ring and a 1-0 boxer as well. So has some experience in combat sports, but making the walk for the first time to the cage here tonight. You mentioned previously, Nicole, about Bunchu's transition into MMA, and one person they really have to thank for that is the man who was actually slated to headline this card tonight, and that is Daniel Jacare Almeida. Of course, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, and he is handling the grappling side of things down there at Bunchu, and by all intents and purposes, doing a fantastic job.
Yes, that's right. I've followed them on social media, and they've been doing all their grappling comps lately and seem to be doing really well at it. So it's exciting to see what he's been teaching the students there.
Really great to have a team of that lineage with that.
Out of the blue corner, Jamie Edenden.
Really great to have a gym of that lineage with that level of coaching.
Yeah, that's right.
In the MMA game.
And dropkick Murphy's blaring. Jamie Edenden making her way out to the cage. A real entertainer, this young lady. 12 fights in Muay Thai. And of course, 1-0 inside the MMA cage. Took home a decision victory back in February on Coastal Combat 7. And looked absolutely fantastic in doing so. I believe that Jamie and Ina actually got Fight of the Night honours from that performance.
They absolutely did.
Scrap was
very well deserved.
It was a good fight. I was lucky enough to be judging that night, and
yeah, right.
Obviously, I've got a vested interest. My very good friend Claire Fryer there is one of Jamie's coaches, so and obviously Ryan Dunstan.
Yeah.
And one thing that really stuck out from the weigh-ins yesterday was just how good Jamie Edenden looked on the scales. She is every bit as athletic as you could imagine, and it looked fantastic hitting the featherweight limit there at 66.15 kilos yesterday.
That's right. She definitely looks like an athlete. Performs like an athlete too.
She really brings the fight too. She really brings a raw energy and is a really strong competitor.
Yeah. Okay.
So both girls, like we've discussed, with some fairly credentialed striking chops. So not sure if we'll see too much grappling action in this one, but nonetheless excited to see what goes down.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I mean, they've both got striking backgrounds, but we've got, as you said before, Maud's, we've got Daniel Almeida over there in Paula's corner, and then we've also got Ryan Dunstan, another Atos black belt, in Jamie's corner. So even though they've got their striking backgrounds, they've both got black belts as their jiu-jitsu coaches as well. So you don't really know what we're going to see.
Yeah, sometimes if people are really strong and they might actually use that secondary skill, if they're equally matched on the feet, then maybe the person that takes you to the cage first.
Well, let's hope they do. I'm excited.
So ladies and gentlemen, fight number 10 this evening will be contested in the featherweight division over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, she weighed in at 65.7 kilos and trains out of Boon Chu. Tonight, she's making her MMA debut. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Paula the Storm Sanchez. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, she weighed in at 66.15 kilos and trains out of Ignite Martial Arts, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win for 0 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamie Edenden. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
It's going to be a cracker.
Coastal Combat, always big supporters of women's mixed martial arts, and tonight, obviously, none the difference. The second of our 2 women's bouts on the card here this evening at Coastal Combat 8.
That's right. We've never put on a card without a female fight, and I don't think I'd want to. And this is why.
What a scrap.
So Paula Sanchez throwing heaters
aggressive
early. Looks like she did wobble Jamie with that right hand earlier.
Excellent cornering advice there from Claire.
You can really see the Muay Thai background in Paula's stance, that high guard and that bouncing lead leg ready to check those low kicks.
So far, what do you think the keys to victory would be, Nicole?
The key to victory?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I mean, as we said before, I would love to see some wrestling from the girls. I mean, it's easy for me to say. I'm always excited to see the jiu-jitsu in any MMA fight. But obviously they're happy to bang it out on the feet for now.
They sure are. I think Jamie's starting to use her reach with great success. She's landed a couple of cracking shots.
Set that jab up.
Yeah, that does really seem to be what is going to decide a lot of these striking exchanges. Their Simon of obviously Jamie with a significant reach advantage by the looks of things. So I'm sure she'll do her best to keep her at the end of to keep Paula at the end of her punches, I should say.
Paula looks like she's having a great time.
She does. She is not backing down, and she's landing some great shots. And it's a nice jab from Jamie. She looks like she's settling in and getting that range.
I'm worried that she's smiling so much she's not bowing down on her mouth guard very much.
Yep, some people just love to go to work. And there is something to be said about how relaxed people like that can be in these environments. And, you know, that usually makes their decision-making a lot better.
Yes.
The clarity of calm.
That's right.
When you're having a good time, you are incredibly creative.
Straight down the line, kick at the end, Jamie. Kick at the end, yes, again. Hands kick, chin down.
The look on Jamie's face.
And it is really different. Like when you're used to fighting Thai boxing in large gloves, you strap those tiny gloves on. It's a different game.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, defensively in particular.
She's managing to slip those punches now, though.
So, of course, if you are just joining us on the broadcast this evening, good evening and welcome. Coastal Combat 8 going down here. My name's Daniel Maudsley, joined in the booth with Simon Clow and, of course, former women's MMA champion herself, Nicole Zapasvari. 1 round in the books, ladies and gentlemen, and fairly close round.
Very hard to score. Very hard to score.
No clear winner, in my opinion, there, so I will certainly not speculate as to how it went.
I don't know if it's my bias, but I might have given Jamie a little edge. She was landing some nice long straight shots.
She was, but it wasn't. Paula was definitely managing to land some too. So.
Absolutely.
One thing that I'm noticing Paula doing a lot is ducking her head at the end of her combos, so I'd like to see Jamie finish off some of looking to counter with some high kicks or high knees.
Counter, yep.
As the corner teams go to work. How good's this? Daniel Almeida, John Wayne Parr, the duo in one side, Ryan Dunstan and Claire Fry on the other. I mean, it doesn't get much more experience than that when it comes to combat sports in Australia.
You really couldn't ask for any better.
I love how lucid and just the clarity that you're seeing in Paula Sanchez, talking to her corner, asking questions, is a sign of a fighter who well and truly has their wits about him what can be a very disturbing moment for some people.
That's right. Looks like she is still smiling.
She's having a great time. It's a really unusual thing to see.
Yeah, there are some fighters that you can tell they just love to fight, and Paula Sanchez.
And here we go.
Get her on the cage! Go! Back her up! In. Back her up to the cage!
Jamie's hands are very low against someone with those amazingly powerful hooks.
Oh. Yeah.
The ladies are swinging heavy. Paula Sanchez, reckless disregard for her own health. She is just chasing Jamie Edenden down and making this one super entertaining.
I think that is the very definition of swinging for the fences.
But she's still managing to land.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, you do sacrifice a bit of accuracy, getting a little loopy with your punches, but Paula seems to be finding the target more often than not.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess the shorter of the two fighters as well. She's doing what she can.
Ooh, nice lead hook.
I really see that being where she has to win the fight. If she stays at range, she's going to continue to eat those nice straight shots.
Ooh, nice overhead.
Oh, big right hand. Oh. Jamie Edenden is rolled.
And the killer instinct.
Vanderlei Silva-esque. Just chasing Jamie down is Paula Sanchez.
Just swarmed on her.
Did she needs to try and get that right arm back, start looking for some underhooks. She wants to wrestle.
Jamie's doing a good job of framing.
Yep. So pretty uncomfortable position there really for Paula. She's not that strong there.
I think Jamie's looking for the Dagestani handcuff. Not giving it up. Certainly has the opportunity to go on the single.
Here we go.
Here we go, Nicole, getting your wish. Some grappling exchanges on the fence between the two kickboxers.
Nice punches on the break.
Inside the final minute now of this second round. Nice return on the low kick from Jamie Edenden.
There's a bit of a welt on Jamie's forehead there.
It was a very powerful hook that landed. Oh, snaps the head back. Not once, twice.
So the cobwebs seem to have cleared for Jamie Edenden.
That's right.
What a fight.
So the ladies bringing the action as usual here. Coastal Combat 8. We are into our main card portion of the evening. And still 3 offerings after this, I believe. So we're not done yet.
Such a back and forth fight.
What a round.
So it looked like that last hook, that Paula Sanchez threw, causing a bit of trouble with the right eye of Jamie Edenden. She's trying to blink it out at the moment. Definitely didn't look like it was a poke.
A bit of a poke.
I would say it was the corner of the glove potentially that might have got in there. So a legal shot.
Yep.
Can really change things up for you though. I've certainly had a couple of eye injuries just training, and it's really significantly difficult when you can't see what's coming at you.
Yeah.
Like the great Muhammad Ali said, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see.
That's right.
And if there is any vision problems with Jamie Edenden, that obviously will cause an issue. See Claire Fryer attending to that right eye socket though, so they will do their best to mitigate any damage.
Looks like her eyes open. She's listening to them and concentrating, so I think she's going to be okay.
All right, so here we go. Third and final round. Conditioning does not seem to be an issue for either lady. Both of them look like they are fresh as daisies heading into this final round. Paula Sanchez having a hell time at work today. And Jamie Edenden as game as they come as well. Bit of a warning there from Thomas Churchill, that eye pokes, and we are off.
Who do you feel's been getting the better of it so far, Nicole?
I think it's still quite tough to tell. I think that last round would have had to go to Jamie. The first one was tough. I think that second round she managed to settle in a bit more and use her range a little bit more. But then I don't know, it's still been quite close. So many punches being thrown, it's hard to score.
Paula's forward pressure has certainly been really important for her in this. She's actually getting out of that sort of long range and moving in where Jamie can't really land the way she had been. Looks like Jamie really is maybe still having some problems with that vision.
Yeah, that eye seems to be bothering her.
Halfway through the final round.
So well and truly at the business end of this one. And Paula Sanchez continues to just swing for the fences.
Still anyone's fight.
And it still looks like she's having a smile between
she's
getting
having
hit.
such a good time. It's got to be disconcerting. You're giving someone your best shot and they're still smiling at you.
Yeah, she's not scared.
She is game.
Nice left hook lands from the Storm.
She's landed that a few times. That looping left hook. But I just said before, Daniel, she's dropping her head as she throws it.
Oh yeah, that eye of Jamie Edenden is certainly not operating at full capacity.
It's interesting, Claire Fry in the corner here yelling at her to get it down. She wants her to take it to the mat. Or just saying get it done.
Seems like good advice. A takedown at this point could really win you the round. It's been pretty back and forth.
Make it convincing.
30 seconds to go, so.
And they're happy to slug it out on the feet.
Well, the pressure of Paula Sanchez really has been the story of this fight. Fairly close as far as I'm seeing it, but tell you what, hell of an effort turned in by both these ladies.
Wow.
You're right. Jamie
so
had
much
mentioned
heart.
she wanted to keep
Still
her
anyone's fight.
night crown, so she's definitely putting in the work.
Amazing fight.
So the girls embrace after that one. Fantastic,
I think they enjoyed it.
Fantastic performance on both sides. Paula Sanchez, Jamie Edenden, 3 rounds in the books. And we will go to the judges' scorecards for just the 3rd time this evening.
Great to see that display of respect.
Yeah, the sportsmanship.
It's important. Your opponents are the people that push you to, I guess, rise up and rise above where you've been.
You wouldn't be in there without your opponent, would you? Nothing but respect. I think they enjoyed it.
I know Paula did.
She's going to be smiling all the way back to Spain.
Great to see the great man himself, John Lepar.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have the Pars here, have Brenshaw on board. It's great to see them cross over.
It really was a great fight.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. It's really hard to call, and I'm a little biased because obviously I know Jamie and obviously I'm quite attached to Claire. We spent a long time working together.
Yeah.
But I did think Paula was pushing forwards and throwing some really heavy hands.
Yeah.
That clearly did some damage. If you look at just the faces, you can kind of see, despite eating some massive shots, Paula is looking somewhat unscathed.
She actually looks, she looks quite fine, whereas Jamie's got a nice welt on the left eye and then whatever's going on with her right eye there as well. She definitely looks like she's been in the fight.
So ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores the contest 29-28 to the blue corner. Judge 2 scores the contest 30-27 to the red corner. And Judge 3 scores the contest 29-28 for your winner by split decision in the red corner, Paula the Storm Sanchez.
Great fight from Paula.
That was a great fight. As I said, Jamie had mentioned she wanted to keep her fight of the night crown, so she just might have.
Pretty amazing for a debut.
Yeah, that's right.
I think she really played into her skill set and she managed to make the fight one that she could win. I think if she had just tried to stand and stay at range with Jamie, it would have been really problematic for her. But she pressed forward. I was clearly having a great time.
Made it a bit of a brawl. There's the littlest par in the cage.
So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Paula the Storm Sanchez, and certainly brought the Storm here tonight. A fantastic back and forth fight. Give me your thoughts on the 3 rounds we just saw.
It was amazing. I worked so hard with a lot of problems. I'm from Spain, so it's my first fight here. In my first fight MMA, I would like to rise in, I don't know, yes, sorry. So difficult in English.
No, that's fantastic. And, you know, you mentioned your family here. Obviously, you don't get much more of a star-studded corner than 2 Pars and Daniel Almeida. Talk to me a little bit about what it's like training at Boonshu.
How do you like training at Boonshu?
How?
You like training?
Yes, they are my family. Thank you them. My life changed in Australia. I did a tattoo with Boonshu, and it's my family. I live with them. It's my mom, my dad, my family. So yes, Rocky, everyone.
Well, you certainly made them proud. We'll leave you to it to go celebrate the victory. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Paula the Storm Sanchez.
Just before we go, Paula had her very first boxing fight 7 days ago. She had a 3-round fight. She had a win. And then she took this fight 7 days later, and she 2 different sports in 7 days, and she got 2 wins. So we couldn't be more proud of her.
So big shouts there from the 10-time world champion, John Wayne Parr.